time. In our world of coffee, control is everything. And without it, flavor is just a guess. I got to realize this 6 months ago, when I tasted a coffee that completely opened my eyes. And I am so excited to share it with you today. A coffee grown at 1,700 meters above sea level in Huila, Colombia. When I tasted this coffee, it was so transparent and complex, unlike anything I had tasted before. So, I had to understand more about this coffee and reached out to the producer, Nestor Lasso. Nestor told me that the coffees of his finca El Diviso have changed over the years, with foreign yeast and bacteria influencing his cherries, making him lose control over his fermentation process. Before I tell you more, I am pulling your shots for your signature, and we will back to them later on. Now for Nestor. To take back control, he uses sodium hypochlorite, a solution to sanitize the cherries in order to wash away any foreign yeast and bacteria that interfere with his fermentation. Secondly, he realized that the temperature of the water massively affected his coffees during his wet fermentation. So, to control that, he moved away from plastic tanks. This obligor varietal was processed in a controlled temperature bioreactor. First step, soak the cherries for 24 hours, 50 degrees water to thermally soak them and loosen their molecular structure, creating fruity acids. Second step, for 48 hours, 30 degrees water, he applies Lactobacillus bacteria, making these fruity acids into a tropical fruit character. And lastly, he dries the cherries over 3 weeks in a temperature-controlled dark room, no more than 35 degrees, to bring out a clean finish in your cup. This meticulous controlled way of processing inspired me to zoom into my own espresso skills. Starting with my recipe, 20 grams in to 50 grams out, from -20 for controlled and consistent grinding. I am using an Otocom to give you better tactile. The needles of this device break all clamps, minimizing channeling, ensuring round mouthfeel. I will extract the first 15 grams of your espressos. This technique will give you a long, sweet finish. And finally, it's time for your flavor profile. You will enjoy flavors of pineapple, guava, mango, medium plus weight, creamy, round and smooth texture, and long, sweet, refreshing finish. When I serve your espressos, just stir 10 times and place the spoon in the glass in front of you because this obligón really shines when it's cooler. When you're ready, for your milk course, I want to write down. Stir 5 times to homogenize the flavors and enjoy flavors of cheesecake, strawberry, and baked pineapple. This obligón is a new varietal in Colombia with unclear origins but with a density similar to Ethiopian heirlooms. This required an extra layer of control during roasting. We roasted the coffee with 15% development in 10 minutes and 30 seconds, just 20 days ago. Using a full electric Stronghold S7. S7 uses an additional way of heat transfer, radiation, evenly roasting inside and outside of the bean. This controlled way of roasting maximizes solubility and preserves vibrant citric acidity. To control this citric acidity, we need more concentrated and sweeter milk. Now, when we freeze a food product, we change its chemical structure. And with milk, this results in inconsistent bricks levels when freeze distilling it. So, for that reason, I created this closed-loop reverse osmosis system, using a regular cow's milk sitting at 12 bricks. Pass through the food-safe reverse osmosis membrane and just keep removing its water until the sugars are concentrated at 16%. Enjoy. And compared with my recipe, 20 grams in, 45 grams out, and 50 grams of my milk, I can highlight the strawberry note you think. Enjoy. And as you see, judges, I'm weighing my milk, giving me full control over your taste experience of obligón in milk. Enjoy. If you miss anything, I have all the informations in my card in front of you. Enjoy. When you're ready, please flip over the card. For your signature goal, I inspired by Nestor's controlled processing, and I wanted to highlight this obligón as a cold beverage, controlling every aspect of the drink, from the ingredients to the final serving. So, first ingredient, to control the acidity, I add 40 ml of lacto-fermented raspberry juice. I made it by taking 100 grams of raspberries, adding 2% salt for 48 hours in an aerobic environment, which allows only the lactobacillus bacteria to thrive, same as Nestor did to the coffee. I chose raspberries because when combined with the guava flavor of obligón, it creates a new note of strawberry. Second ingredient, to control the sweetness, I add 60 ml of reverse osmosis passion fruit. I take passion fruit juice and pass it through to this closed-loop reverse osmosis system, removing its water until the Brix levels hit 16%, increasing its sweetness. Same as I did to the milk. I chose passion fruit because when combined with the obligón pineapple flavor, it creates a new note of peach. Third ingredient, to enhance aroma that's normally lost in cold drinks, I spray it over your cups. This will give you a new note of lychee. And of course, my 4 espressos that were chilled in a hyper chiller to avoid dilution. I use a recipe 20 in to 50 grams out with cold portafilters to highlight in your signature drink the note of pineapple. I will blend them for 10 seconds for creamy texture, and I will serve you over a frozen sphere, where you will have controlled drinking temperature at 10 degrees Celsius, at around 10 degrees Celsius, where I found the best balance of obligón as a cold beverage. Drink instruction, judges. Enjoy after I call my time, enjoy in 3 sips, and enjoy flavors of pineapple, lychee, strawberry, with a creamy texture. Through this journey, we discover how control at every stage, from the farm to extraction and even to the serving, not only preserves, but highlight the full potential of coffee. Time.
Μπράβο, ευχαριστούμε για το χειροκρότημα. Το πήγες οριακά, έτσι.
Ναι, όπως πρόπερση.
Όπως πάντα.